And I also want to thank Al and thank Al for allowing me to speak today at this event, and the people that organized this. So thank you so much. It's a very important message. So my name is Brandy Wilcox, and I'm standing here today as a mother and an advocate for our children to oppose Bill 47 and Bill 89 in regards to gender-affirming care towards minors and parental rights. I'm also here to speak on behalf of the millions of Canadians that are too afraid to speak out on these matters or have been silenced. Our children are not old enough to vote, buy alcohol, not old enough to buy cigarettes, hold a driver's license, or drive a car until a certain age, but they're old enough to pick a gender at a very young age.
Crazy.
School should be a safe place for our children, but that is no longer the case here in Canada, and it's happening right here in St. Thomas, while they push these gender ideologies on our children. The Liberal government, along with our local officials, have voted and imposed a globalist agenda at the expense of our natural-born innocent children. They are putting our kids' mental and physical health in danger and want to take our parental rights away. The school or elected officials have no right to decide whether my kids or your kids can make life-changing, irreversible, and oftentimes permanently damaging outcomes mentally and physically. The inability to procreate later in life should say enough. Again, part of a globalist depopulation agenda. The Liberal government is perverting and exploiting the most precious things we hold dear, and we are not going to let that happen. They're using the LGBTQ community as a shield and distraction for much more sinister plans for our youth. I personally have witnessed testimony from young adults and adults of how gender-affirming care and surgeries have ruined their lives, and it's heartbreaking. And we can't allow this to happen. This is not about discrimination or phobias. This is about keeping our children safe from the horrific outcomes these types of care can cause long-term, and in many cases, regretful choices. My message to Mrs. Vecchio: I challenge you, Mrs. Vecchio, to address these issues brought forth here today and answer our questions. We don't sit here and we're not going to sit here any longer and let the government officials or school staff conduct social and medical experiments on our children. We're not going to be silent. We will not shut up. This is about our children and about the generations to come, and it has to stop. It is time that our politicians were held accountable and started working for us and answering to us. That's what our tax dollars pay for. We, the people, come in many forms from all over the world, and people are waking up every day. We stand united for our children, and we will never, ever stop fighting for our children. And so thank you very much for allowing me to speak, and that's all I have to say today.